Oh my god. Amir was like, Amir really thought, you really thought I got iPhone, Amir? Come on. It looks like an iPhone. This is my phone. Yeah, this is iPhone. This is iPhone, yeah. Look, it looks like an iPhone. That's all that matters. I just did. Fuck iPhone. I wasn't gonna get an iPhone. We're not. I'm not. Home button. I did. Okay, I have to do it again. I guess. No. No. I thought SG said, "You want to play 2K25? I'll be the Warriors and you'll be the Raptors." Me. I'm like, I'm not playing as the Raptors. They're terrible in this game. They'll be better next year. The best. Finals rematch. I'm streaming it right now. Hi, Allison. No, that's not the all-time team. That would kind of. One time we have to do all-time team, but
we'll see the Golden State Warriors matched up against the defending NBA champions, the Boston Celtics. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. All the talk leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
The tremendous defensive effort from Stephen Curry. Believe me, his teammates will hear about that denial.
Drills it from outside.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. And it's good for 2.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
Curry with a wide open look. Here's Green.
I need to turn the
shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
Outside, White. The kick out to Tatum. And it's off from three-point range. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
That three off the mark. And it's the Warriors' ball. It's stolen by Brown.
Oh, okay. All right, son. You're my son.
Loose. It's stolen by Green. And a deep three from Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler. And he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And Boston has possession after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Here's Pritchard. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Warriors leading by 3.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitutions for the
I know. They're bullying.
Outside Curry. Pass the Butler. The three. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Warriors with the rebound. Now here's Curry. 6 points for him. Here's Green. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Draymond Green plays with power and with energy. Contact does not deter this man.
Holiday. Jimmy Butler pulls it in. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with.
second team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Celtics.
Curry with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
Butler from outside. Warriors the rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. Drains the three-pointer.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to talk to his guy. Celtics trail by 8.
Peyton Pritchard.
Well, all the minions.
To halt the run. No good that time. Out to the wing. Fires the three. And another three for Golden State.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Curry with the three. Mark that is his 5th miss in 7 shots. Picked by Horford. Here's Pritchard. From outside, off the mark.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
Podziemski on the wing. Butler from outside. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
There's a screen. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Pritchard. And stolen by Butler.
Risky cross-court pass there, and it costs them. You got to be sure that you can get it there in time before you let that one
go. Here's Brown. He has yet to score. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. 13 points up at the end of the period. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Celtics trail by 13. Craig down low. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Here's Hauser. Oh, good on the triple. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't.
Well, give Steph Curry some props for triggering that break. He makes a great defensive play, and it leads to an easy opportunity.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Celtics trailed by 13. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Pritchard. Busted. No good that time either.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Outside Butler. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Boston with it. It's a 14-point game. The three from Tatum. That shot missing. And it's the Warriors' ball. Here's Curry with the three. Offensive rebound. Back to Green. 5 on the clock. From downtown, Craig pulls it in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
A shot by Pritchard, no good.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Curry is inside. And stolen by Tatum.
Oh my God. Our rematch. Yeah, you won. So rematch. Tell me to stop. Stop. Tell me when to stop. Oh my God. It's a Sabonis Bowl. Oh my God. No. I quit. Oh, Brunson's back. Okay. Give him a bitch. He's up by 14. Okay, son. Okay, be the Clippers. No, it wasn't like that. He wasn't up 3-0.
With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter.
Oh, thank God, that one.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Towns with a rebound. And Doris, the Clippers with new jerseys, a shiny new arena, and an ownership group that is very aggressive. They want some shiny hardware to go with it.
BA, you have to appreciate an ownership group that is willing to spend and make all the right moves in order to position yourself for the championship. But now the players need to come through. And what has been their undoing in recent years is injuries and the lack of availability of their best players. Age and health still hover over this organization.
Zubac screen. Harden fires away from outside. Three-pointer off the mark. Left side, Anunoby. Pass to Harden. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Violation. I guess you can jump into players.
About a minute played here so far in the first. It's Powell on the wing. To the middle. Here's Leonard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
This guy has such a nose for the basket. Kawhi Leonard not afraid to let it fly on the catch.
And the basket by Towns.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
Outside Harden. Powell, left side. For three. It's rebounded by New York.
Absolutely tenacious guy. Stuck right on him defensively. Bothered that shot.
Down low. Brunson. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Harden with a bucket.
That's a throwback move right there. Lofts it up and over the defender with the finger roll.
The three is up. And it's Brunson missing. And Allie LaForce spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Allie.
He's focused on what they need to do to stop James Harden, saying they need to be aggressive defensively without putting him on the line. Once he starts racking up the freebies, the game slows down, he gets into a rhythm, and from there, it's a domino effect.
Allie, thank you.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Greg.
Yeah, maybe in league history, BA. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Oh,
now here's Towns. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. Dunn right side. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden.
Yeah, I really admire the poise of Chris Dunn, appearing totally comfortable in the paint.
Towns can't get it to go.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Uses the glass on the layup.
Now that's Karl Anthony Towns at his absolute best. The shot making incredible from every spot on the floor.
Leonard up top. Hits the target from 18 feet.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially. This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Now here's Powell. Still without a bucket. To the paint. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Well, Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Fire, good luck.
New York making a switch here. 1:24 left to play in the first. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Towns for three. The Clippers grab the miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Leonard for three. Gets the three to fall. Leonard's got 7.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
Outside Payne. Shot clock at 6.
If he left after like a couple years of doing
New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
The first guy who left, they played Powell.
Here's Harden. 34 seconds left in the first. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Outside Payne. Back to Bridges. "15 seconds left in the first quarter here. The shot by Payne, no good. Here's Powell. Second chance shot. And he lays it in. He's got 6.
Well, just it's easy to say this guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Clippers on top. Up. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
The Clippers lead by 6. Three-pointer. Drains the triple. Harden's got 9 points. All right, Doris, you think this heliocentric style of play can lead to championship success?
Brian, this is such a big-time question, and I think a difficult one to answer. By heliocentric, we mean that the best player on your team is making up a greater percentage of the usage, meaning the ball is in their hands more. What that has led to are some of the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. But does it lead to championships? That is the answer to the question we all seek.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things you have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Leonard outside. Powell for 3. Achua with a rebound. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Anunoby. Still no points. 5 on the clock. For 3, Robinson. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the LA Clippers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. So it's the Knicks now. No points yet here in the second quarter for him. Pass to McBride. It's stolen by Dunn. Now here's Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Tries it from the top of the key. And the Clippers miss again. New York with the ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Left side, Anunoby. Just 4 to shoot. Bridges outside to end the drought. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution for your Knicks.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. The Clippers lead by 9. Doris, not long ago, the Clippers were not associated with star power.
It's very true, B.A., but they are now. And it's not just the talent that they have. It's the experience that their guys bring to the court. They now have a core of big-time players who've been through virtually everything in the league.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to review the game plan. Some changes for Los Angeles. Knicks trail by 11. Outside Brunson to the left wing. The 3 ball. Jones grabs the board. And the Clippers have possession. Pass to Simmons. Jones sets a screen. Goes up on the wing. Simmons, no good.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Outside Anunoby. And here's Brunson. It's stolen by Bogdanovich. The shot that time not on target.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Man, what is a basket?
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And here's Brunson from the arc. Oh, Brunson with the triple.
What a confident stroke from Jalen Brunson. This guy doesn't have to dominate with the ball in his hands.
Pass to Bogdanovich. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. Bogdanovich has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. McBride with it. Defended by Bogdanovich. Here's Brunson outside. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Good quality, buddy.
Oh, wow! Incredible! And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. And it's Brunson again missing.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Doris, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
B.A., it's incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain. That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
And here's Brunson from the arc. The rebound by Eubanks. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. From outside the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Very hard to deal with the quickness of OG Anunoby. Gets into his pull-up game with no hesitation.
Here's Simmons. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Towns. Some solid D from Eubanks.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Takes the 3. The rebound by Bridges. Left side Brunson. Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. And we've reached halftime in this one. Clippers ahead. They lead by 13. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Whisper, you ever seen the Mario movie? Not the fucking animated.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Knicks trail by 13. From deep, fires in the triple. Brunson's got 8.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career from role player to star player?
Yeah, B.A., he begins his career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution.
Now here's Bogdanovich. He's got 5. To the left side wing. Here's Simmons. Hard with the defensive effort. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Down by 12. To the inside. Here's Towns. He drains it from the right block. Give him 8.
You can see the defense always wants to hold contact with Karl Anthony Towns. Just great concentration on the shot.
From deep, here's Simmons. Again, Simmons missing. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Inside. Here's Towns. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Doris, you look at the shooting of Karl Anthony Towns. A 7-footer. He's as good as it gets.
He is, B.A. He has been verging on the 50, 40, 90 efficiency type numbers in recent years. He is right there with Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about the sweetest shooting big men of all time.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. For the Clippers, just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter.
Oh my God!
Now Harden. He's got 9. For 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Outside Anunoby. Here's Brunson outside. Oh, excellent D there from Harden.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pass to Powell. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Powell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Norman Powell with the rise and fire from three-point territory. Pretty delivery.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Now here's Hart. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Bridges.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Three-pointer, Harden. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
Well, at this point, James Harden has put his imprint all over this basketball game, and the defense better find a way to figure him out soon.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Substitution on the court.
Knicks trail by 13. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. Here's Beauchamp. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
Come to me, come to me.
And here's Leonard. He has 7. To the middle. Here's Batum.
Nick Batum.
Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
Touch right around the rim by Nick Batum. Go ahead, score inside. Nick, show him what you got.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Powell with it, and McBride picks him up defensively. Harden misses.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Pass to McBride. Pure from three-point range.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Outside Harden. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. 1:27 left in the third. Outside Achua. Here's McBride. Off target from outside. Batum outside. Over Achua. And the Clippers miss again. And here's New York now. Here's McBride. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. 50 seconds left in the third. Harden from outside. Knocks down the triple. Harden's got 15 points.
Well, this is the basis of James Harden's game, right? That three-point accuracy opens up every other aspect of the floor and his scoring ability. Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Here's Powell. After the basket by New York. Pass to Harden. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard.
Oh, man, is Kawhi Leonard a tough cover. Just so good at drawing contact.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third free throws tonight. He's off on the first. That one's no good. Knicks trail by 11. Pass to Anunoby. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Zubac. Here's Powell. Basket's good. Powell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's Los Angeles. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close.
48.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. No good with the triple.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
To the paint. It's stolen by Leonard. Ooh, poked away. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Boy, this guy has been on a mission. Karl Anthony Towns will not be denied on the offensive end of the floor.
And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
The Clippers lead by 9. Leonard outside. Kawhi attacking. Batum outside. 6 to shoot. Out to Powell. Leonard outside. Fires for 3. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Back to McBride. Anunoby on the wing. The 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Now here's Batum. Pass to Harden. Nails it from beyond the arc. Harden's got 9 points now in the second half.
Well, the pre-shot preparation of James Harden is exceptional. He knows in this instance that as soon as the ball touches his hands, he's got to be ready to fire.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over the last break, I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Back to Achua. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. The Clippers lead by 12. Three-pointer, Harden. And he can't get that one. Towns looking for an opening. Pass to Achua. There's the 3. The offensive rebound. Outside McBride. Towns outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. From deep three-point land. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. Well, he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Doris, you won't find too many players that can provide the instant spark that Powell does.
Brian, you know that expression, know your role and star in your role. Norman Powell knows my job is to come in and give my team a boost. And this guy comes in thinking score and change the game, and he does just that. Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
And now we've got an intentional foul. New York on D. It's a 14-point game. Leonard for 3.
I'll tell you, the skilled defensive effort right there. OG Anunoby contesting shots, exactly what you would hope for.
And that's an intentional foul.
OG Anunoby. First personal foul. 4th team foul.
And they go to the intentional foul. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Doris, looking back at James Harden's time in Houston, what an incredible individual run he went on.
Come on, Brian. Finished in the top 3 in MVP voting 5 times with the Rockets. Came so close to getting to an NBA Finals. He's still beloved in the city of Houston.
Here's Harden. And he commits the intentional foul.
Bad foul. That's not who you want to send to the line.
Team is in the penalty. James Harden at the line. Shoot 2 shots.
And he drops the first. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Batum. Down low. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Well, Doris, there's one thing for sure. When Kawhi Leonard is available, he's elite.
There's no question about it, Brian. And it's so difficult to watch a player who cares so deeply about the game as Kawhi does not have his body hold up. It's been unfortunate over the years to see the toll injuries have taken on his career. But boy, oh boy, clutch, skills, competitive, tough, every attribute you could want.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Knicks trail by 19. Brunson with it. Five to shoot. Fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Zubats.
I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe settling a...
Yeah, I did, and I quit.
Probably didn't play Kata, that's probably why. Dramatic. Right now. What are you doing, Pondy? Are you making things? What are you doing?
Game plan. I'm trying to find the audio settings.
He's gonna hack the game.
Gameplay.
Oh, you gotta do that in the main menu, not here.
Oh.
With his coach?
Well, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
The first one falls.
One of the things I admire most about Nick Batum is how consistently he gives effort through 48 minutes. He plays with his head in the game and giving his all-out effort every play.
Towns outside. New York again can't hit.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
I forced 8 seconds of my lead.
1:41 left in the fourth. Here's Hart. And an intentional foul right there.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
The free throw drops for Leonard. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Clippers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for James Harden.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Harden from outside. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
Foul.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson.
To the floor for your New York Knicks, number 44.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 12-3 run. Harden fires away from outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here are the Knicks now. They trail by 18. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Achua. Pass to Dadier. Left side Payne.
That's documentary.
Harden from outside. And he cans that one. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
He left? Oh my god. Play again. 3 times a charm. Yeah. Alright, Amir, you can be.
That was the first and last time I picked the underdog.
Alright, Amir, I invited you. You can be at home. Oh, I know how to do the random without even doing one. Alright, all I have to do is hold it. Hold the button. Yeah, me either. Oh, it's quicker. Alright, go home.
What the hell? I mean, guess what?
Alright, go. Alright.
Game 3.
Alright. Someone to stop.
How many times have you beaten Amir? Like once? Yeah, always on
Twice. Alright.
Twice out of like 300 times.
Yeah, alright. I got my team. No, you can't. No, you can't. You got no chance, Alex.
The Lakers and the Big 25.
Oh, I did beat Amir one time. Oh, good. No, twice. It was 2 times. One had to go to overtime. I think I made the game-winning shot with Cat. That's why. One he was the Hawks and one he was the Heat. I remember. Alright, there we go.
Both teams are Heat, ironically.
Hawks and Heat.
We've got the Lakers facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce.
The Lakers.
Now here's Doncic. Pass to James. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Williams from long range.
SGA?
Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
You should get into the line.
James, left side. Hachimura outside. Back to James. Takes the 3. The Thunder pull it in. Here's Dort. And the layup falls.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
To the paint. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Hachimura. Following the bucket by Oklahoma City.
Oh,
it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Impeccable defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. For a guard, he blocks a fair amount of shots.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And the Thunder in possession here. After the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. The shot by Dort, no good.
and the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here is James. Outside Reeves. Shot clock at 6. Hachimura from long range. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now here's Gilgeous Alexander. Down low. Holmgren.
All right, Whisper, let's play. Come on.
Alright, hold on.
Oh my god.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, send me an invite.
There, invite you right now. You better not be in the garage.
No, I'm not. He doesn't play in the garage.
Okay, you have to leave the garage. I'll sleep.
It's on stream.
I'll sleep in the garage.
Oh, that's not happening. With the scoreboard. So you know what's funny for me? I have the bounce. With us, we need to see it. Nice. We need to see a Sun stream with a scoreboard.
What about Kyle what about Kyle
But
Hendricks?
you have to get the scoreboard. Coleman McKinney cannot get the scoreboard. Okay. Clippers mad because I'm about to get like my million trophies.
Oh my.
Alright, I'm doing it.
I'm trying to.
Maybe in 2026 you could win, but in 2025 wasn't your year. Yeah, your team was ass in basketball. Holy shit. You want to talk about ass? My team.
If you want to visit your friends in the city, oh my god.
Actually, you didn't have to work team hours. It was cold. Bonnie, what are you doing? I just joined you, bro. I'm here. You gotta pat yourself on the back for that one.
You gotta leave. Leave.
Oh my god. I was checking the new season out.
Did you leave?
I didn't know a new season came out. Oh yeah, I already got the pro pass and everything. Really? I'm gonna get the Hall of Fame pass thing. Probably next week. I gotta grind it first, dude. I just wanted the John Wall.
John Wall.
You get cap breakers. You get a bunch of them in my career, man. Yeah. Make a my career build. Oh, Alex, I only lost 2 games the whole year in fantasy basketball.
Alright, Whisper, you gotta send me the request.
Alright, I'm doing it. This year 2. Big of a silver.
Whisper Sports. Fancy one. Player accepted it.
Is KD injured?
Yep.
You should know that. You're the first man.
Alright, I'm gonna play the Magic.
Bro, I've been watching MLB, bro. I've been watching NBA.
I gave up.
No, but your team's eliminated. The Suns aren't eliminated.
Yeah,
KD's hurt. I'm not using the Suns.
yeah, go use the Timberwolves. And the Magic versus Jazz. Wow.
Whisper, Suns couldn't even play in? That's bad. I mean, the Jazz do.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Banchero surveys. Going inside. Kessler with a rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Count that, Buck.
He can play big. big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Here's Sexton. Orlando grabs the miss. About a minute into this first quarter. To the middle. Back to Carter. Wagner outside. Pass to Carter. Clock at 6. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Good D by Kessler. Here's Sexton. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Well, just 6'2", but the vertical for Colin Sexton, nicely done.
Wagner outside. Back to Caldwell Pope. This one for 3. The rebound by Markkanen. And here's Markkanen. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Here's Collier. Pass to Filipowski. Fires the 3. The rebound by Carter. Left side, Caldwell Pope. Wagner with it. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Collier. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
Here's Sexton. Driving inside.
Well, you've got the speed of Colin Sexton. Put the ball on the deck and make sure you make good use of it.
Banchero left side. And stolen by Markkanen. And the Jazz pushing it up now. For 3, Collier. Orlando with the rebound. Well, Doris, the 7-footer from Finland, Lauri Markkanen. What makes him so tough to stop?
Well, the size you mentioned, 7 foot. The sweet shooting that he provides has got tremendous range and accuracy from three-point territory.
Oh, Whisper keep pausing.
Can put it on the deck, is willing to mix it up on the glass. There's a lot to like.
For 3, Collier. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Banchero right side. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Apollo Banchero, so assertive in the paint. You love to watch that guy work down there.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. Here's Banchero, following the bucket by the Jazz. Out to the wing. The rebound by Markkanen. Jazz leading by 3. Pass to Collier. Back to Sexton. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. Counted. Sexton's got 8.
You love this. The pressure gets physical, and Colin Sexton doesn't blink. Nice job finishing through contact.
And Carroll missing again. So it's Utah now. Markkanen inside. Pass to Kessler. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it in.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
I would just watch the
Magic trail by 7. Harris outside. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to De Silva. There's the triple. Harris misses. Utah leading by 7. And here's Sexton. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Isaac.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Boy, left it right in the sweet spot with the lob. Nicely done.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammates. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Harris misses. Here's Sensabaugh. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And it's Cole Anthony with a foul. That's his first foul.
Duke is the only Daniel Jim.
With 1 on the clock. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. What a performance for Colin Sexton. He has been the story for the Jazz. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More 2K action in just a moment.
Oh, don't worry, we'll be shocked.
And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they had the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Pass to Filipowski. Out of bounds. It'll be magic ball. Magic trail by 9. Here's Banchero. Paolo, strong.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Here's George. It's hauled in by the Magic. It's Banchero with the drive. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that. And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages. Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Filipowski. Over to the left wing. George for 3. It's rebounded by Batase. Magic trail by 3. For 3, Anthony. The offensive rebound. For 3. It's rebounded by George.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Anthony with a bucket.
I absolutely love the aggression from 3 by Cole Anthony because I know this. With those shot mechanics, he's going to get more and more efficient.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents...
Oh, wow! Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Anthony outside. he slams it in.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Pass to Potter. Here's George using his post moves to get the 2 points. And it's a 6-point Utah lead.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close range look.
Oh, fucking score.
Back to Anthony.
Go to this.
It's tipped.
Try it on. Before delivery.
They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Williams' shot is good. Magic trail by 8. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tied together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time. And it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you. Martin misses.
Transition team.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So for the Magic. And here are the Magic now, trailing by 5. And it's Wagner missing.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Doris, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform?
I'm not going greatest player, PA. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone in pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion.
Here's Markkanen. Nice touch inside there from Markkanen.
Boy, Markkanen uses his size to great effect down low.
Wagner outside. Back to Banchero. Fires for 3. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful. And because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Here's Collier. And too long on the shot. Orlando trailing here. Pass to Joseph. And Caro outside. Shoots over Filipowski. And again, it's Orlando converting.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
Oh, wow. Get out the way, Greg.
Come on.
Get out the way.
BA, I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for the Jazz. Tries it from 16. Rebounded by Joseph.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Wagner gets it to go.
Wagner likes to work his way to the painted area as much as possible. Look how comfortable he is finishing around the rim.
Collier. That one falls. Collier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, my God.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Alex, no hat costs $5. Look, if the hat costs $5,
2 on the clock. Here's Kessler. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Jazz out in front, leading by just 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Utah leading. There's the double team with Carter. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard.
The Giants had the first pick. They wouldn't even.
Here's Joseph. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Banchero outside. Back to Joseph. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the lead. Banchero no good. Markkanen looking it over. Oh, great slam by Markkanen.
This is a 7-footer with some big-time vertical. Markkanen makes that look effortless.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
His first personal foul.
That free throw no good.
Fucking Walker Kessler. Cracker.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Magic trail by 4. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Deflected.
Well, that's the athletic ability of Colin Sexton. Twice on the pipes. What a big-time vertical.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Banchero left side. Pass to Caldwell Pope.
Make no mistake, Colin Sexton is a tenacious, tough-minded defender.
Magic foul. Corey Joseph. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
For 3, Collier. And another miss by Utah. On the wing, Caldwell Pope knocks it down from distance. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a 3-pointer. That's a bad decision.
The shot by Filipowski, no good. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And that misses. That would have put him up. Sexton with it. Caldwell Pope covering. Outside Sexton. Markkanen outside. Just 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Markkanen.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
A bucket here would put him ahead for the first time all game.
Trust me, they know the value of this possession.
Connects from downtown. Utah trailing here. Pass to Filipowski. To the paint. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Banchero. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, that play shows Banchero's strength and his determination.
Orlando shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution.
Amir, look at that. Amir, look at that second quarter. Vincenzo came back in the second quarter. Okay. He has to get rehired. Yeah. Mexicans. Yeah, I remember that story.
so far in this one.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
Orlando making some changes. Isaac with the steal. Pass to Bataze. Out to Anthony. And there's a 3-second violation.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Jazz trail by 3. Off the inbound pass. And Sexton with the lay-in. Sexton's got 10 points in the game.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
And it's blocked by Kessler. Here's George. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Utah shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw no good. No good on the second free throw.
And that's surprising. He's usually automatic at the free throw line.
Isaac outside. And the dunk by Isaac.
Well, when you've got big-time athleticism and power, Jonathan Isaac, be aggressive at the cup.
Pass to George. And it's good. 2 points. 9 points in the game.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
For 3, Anthony. The rebound by the Jazz. George scanning the floor. And here's Kessler. Good. Kessler's got 4 points in the quarter.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
And Anthony slams it in.
Man, my goodness, the momentum of the drive, the airtime on the finish.
Oh, okay then.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
Orlando with the ball. It's a 1-point game. To the left wing. Banchero in the post. Shot clock at 6. Wagner outside. Nifty move. Yes. Follow Banchero for 2.
Yeah, look at Banchero. Reminding you he can shoot, too.
Outside Sexton. Pass to Potter. Lets it go from 14. It's rebounded by Banchero.
Oh! That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
Up to you. You're the fucking advocate.
Wagner outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Orlando shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. 12 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Joseph can't hit. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Five ticks left in the third. Pass to Sexton. For 3, George. Off target from downtown. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Orlando ahead. They lead by 1. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So it's Orlando now. They lead by 1. Pass to Banchero. Here's Black.
Yeah, when the fuck is he out of job?
Back to Banchero. 6 on the shot clock. That's short off the rim.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And there's the call on Banchero. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Go Ben Brown.
Martin outside. Down low. Here's Potter. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Banchero. Here's Black.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
And the Magic making a change here.
First team foul. In for the Magic. Number 1. Jonathan Isaac.
Back to Anthony. Isaac outside. Puts up a 3. And Anthony hits from deep. And the Magic lead by 4.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Here's Potter. And he can't get that one. Orlando with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. And so George will bring it up for Utah. Pass to Mikhailuk. And he goes in for the dunk.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
Orlando making a switch here. Inside. Pass to Markkanen to tie it up. Orlando with the rebound. Vitase with a screen. For 3, Anthony. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
Just keeping things simple on the offensive end. Cole Anthony more than happy to shoot in these kinds of situations.
Now Martin. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Banchero outside. Fires from deep. From distance, Paolo.
Get the fuck out.
I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. He told his players he expects more from them at the line, saying, quote, keep drawing fouls, keep getting to the stripe. But when you do, you got to make it count. Not looking to give those freebies away. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Banchero the screen. 6 to shoot.
You'll watch the game.
Here's Joseph. Back to Banchero. To the left side wing. Second chance effort. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Carter inside. Back to Wagner.
You have a fucking patient foul? Go fucking foul. What are you telling me about?
Pass to Banchero.
Keep on yourself.
misses the glass on the layup. Banchero's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, you watch Paolo Banchero and the offensive arsenal. This guy is just built to score the ball.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
The Magic need to put one up here. Here's Caldwell Pope. And it's blocked by Kessler. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Jazz trail by 5. Pass to Sexton. Let's go with a 3. Buries it from 3. Sexton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, how about that? Sexton with a huge bucket. A must hit. And he did.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. The pressure is on. And he's got a plan to share with his guys. Pass to Joseph.
Oh my God.
And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. Orlando with the ball. 2-point game. 1:16 left in the final quarter. Now here's Caldwell Pope. 5 on the clock. 4-3. The rebound by Filipowski. Right side, Sexton. There's the double team with Carter. To the inside. Kessler. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Carter with it. Picked up by Markkanen. And he buries it.
Wendell Carter Jr. says, big moment is my time. What incredible confidence.
This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
Here's Filipowski. Count it!
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Here's Joseph. Pass to Caldwell Pope.
Oh!
This is the 3. Time expires. We're going to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
I was going to be back for a second. If I was back...
Banchero outside. Lets it go from deep. Utah grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11. And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers the lob through.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. The shot's good.
Wendell Carter Jr. going to the cup. Look out, folks. Here he comes.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Magic trail by 3. Here's Filipowski driving to the basket.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
To the wing, right side. Here's Filipowski on the take. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Caldwell Pope's shot is off.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
Well, overtime basketball. About a minute and a half played. Looking to end this cold spell.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Fires in the triple.
Well, he showed right there, this guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Here's Carter. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I love that Wendell Carter Jr. plays within himself. Take high percentage shots, get as many rebounds as you can.
And he ends up making the second. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Down low. Pass to Filipowski. Launches it. The rebound by Carter. Here's Orlando. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second team foul.
And so they foul intentionally.
Wendell Carter Jr. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. And he's unable to get the second one. Here's Orlando. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Utah with the rebound. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
23 seconds left in the OT period. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Orlando calls timeout. They're down by 5. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
And they go to the intentional foul. He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Orlando calls timeout. They're losing by 7. All right, guys, what do you think?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
This OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly exhausted.
Good work there as it goes. So we see Utah get the win here. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime...
It's over. All right, Whisper. Rematch, Whisper, rematch. On the Nuggets, I'm DeAndre Jordan.
What's up?
No. Yeah, it's time, Whisper. DeAndre Jordan, yeah. Jordan, yeah. I'm Whisper, I'm in the lobby. Whisper. Oh my god. Who drinks aqua? All right, Nuggets, DeAndre Jordan. You know what I meant. I'm taking Jokic out. What do you think? You think I'm keeping Jokic in? Yeah. Or you can be 6th man of the year. You can win 6th man of the year. Come on. Fuck no. Fucking hater. Fucking hate. Oh my, Taylor Swift. No, that's different. Whisper, select. Fuck you. Oh, my, take you this long to fucking open the fucking tap of polluted water? Polluted, the polluted Quincy well. I can't wait till Alex Ovechkin be on what? I never had it, so I can't say it's better. I don't care. I finally had Chick-fil-A and Papa Amir, I finally had Chick-fil-A and Popeyes is still better. Yeah, availability. I finally had Chick-fil-A and Popeyes is still better. But I gotta say, I love Chick-fil-A and lemonade. It's really good. It's good, but it's not like great. Overrated, but it's good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play music during my stream. You get on that devil worshiper. All right. Cause you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out. Hey, she had some bangers. I don't really wanna say no. Cause you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're. Amber, you ever watch the movie The Interview? Armstead. What's Brett? What they're bland? What they're bland? Man, this is the fucking. I never seen someone take this long getting water. Wendy's is a franchise. Yeah. Oh, she's back? Yeah, finals preview. Trying to. Don't worry. How do you even do it? I don't even know how to do it. Whatever. I'll do timeout and do the substitution. Good.
2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. That should attract a lot of attention in this game. That matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
The rhythm, the timing. When Murray is in sync, that pull-up jumper is a thing of beauty.
On the wing, Holiday. No one near him. That's good on the jump shot.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Brown's shot is off. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. It's a three-point game. A shake. And he lays it up and in.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Now, here is Jordan. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
An incredible 6'11" athlete. DeAndre Jordan tries to own the rim on both ends. It's his airspace when he's out there.
Here's Pritchard. Plays it up and banks it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And I feel like Jokic has 360-degree vision. I mean, no matter where the open man is, he's going to find him.
First team foul.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. Now, I asked him if he has any plan for dealing with the multi-time MVP, Nikola Jokic. He said it's all about balance. If you defend Jokic too aggressively, he'll just kick it out to other guys too softly, and he'll kill you inside. So balance is the key. Sounds like a tough balancing act to pull off, guys.
Thank you, David. Porzingis following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. Here's White. And that one, good.
Soft touch by Derek White. The floater, not an easy shot, but he puts that one on target.
And we talk about Derek White, Doris. How impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
Jokic A beautiful reverse layup.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. Denver making a switch here. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Out to Porzingis. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Buries the long-range jumper.
Jason Tatum has built such consistency from beyond the arc. Doesn't matter if there's a contest or not.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Celtics. Tatum on the wing. Outside, White. On the wing, Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Jordan with the steal. On the wing, Murray. Down low. Stolen by Tatum. Brown deciding where to go with it. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
Left side, Jordan. We've got 148 left in the first. Jokic draws the double. 4 on the clock. From deep. Rebound by the Celtics. Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your 2 best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Double team on Westbrook. Sharks looking around. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This guy is an efficient scorer. Dario Saric knows his strengths on the offensive end and can capitalize.
Outside Tatum. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Puts it up. Green for 2 points. Tatum's got 8.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And so it's the Boston Celtics bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been active.
15.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
The trade. Sharks grabs the board. The Nuggets trail by 7. Boston surveying the D. Astanaji. Left side, Saric. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
In for the Nuggets, number 0, Christian Braun.
Celtics leading by 7. Here's Hauser beyond the arc, and Brown pulls it down.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Watson's shot is good.
At his size, Dario Saric can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
Tatum using his size inside. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The Nuggets trail by 7. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says, open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in our locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
Can't put a price on it, David. Thank you. Doubled by Murray. Deflects the pass. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Holiday's got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with.
Tatum, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Pass to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Boston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Oh, and that's jammed by Tatum.
Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
Outside Porter. For 3, Murray. Another 3 for Denver.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Inside from 6 away. Here's Porzingis. And stolen by Jordan. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The kick out to Porter. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Outside Gordon. Fires the 3. They get the rebound. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. So both teams making some changes here. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Hauser. Nothing on the board. Outside Holiday. It's tipped. Jokic with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. There's Jokic on the drive.
And like the initiative there, Jokic seen an opportunity to get inside and just attack him.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis 7-3 says not here and not now.
There's 1:26 left from the first half. And here's Jokic outside. Boston trailing. Here's Hauser. Pass to White. On the wing, Holiday. 5 to shoot. Back to White. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's Denver now. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Brown. In the corner, Murray with it. From past the arc. Rebound, Boston.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Count that bucket. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Pass to Brown. Outside for Murray. And here's Jokic. Back to Murray. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Celtics out in front, up 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. So it's Boston now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And it's all said and done. Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. The Nuggets trailed by 3. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
It's stolen by White.
Terrific anticipation by him, and that's why he's out on the court.
A three-pointer, no good. And here's Denver. On the wing, Porter. Hasn't made one yet. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Woo. He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Tatum, no good.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Now that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Porzingis with the block. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. And he goes right over Jaylen Brown and slams it down.
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Outside Holiday. Back to Brown. And he gets the bucket. Brown's got 4 this quarter. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Yes.
Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this court. Yeah, that's a big miss right there. Now only a 1-point lead.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Into the lineup for the Nuggets, number 15.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Murray left side. Pass to Gordon. Murray down low. 11 points in the game. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Outside Tatum. Tatum from 3.
The rise and fire by Jason Tatum, ready to catch it and score it immediately.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Nuggets trail. High post, Jordan. 10 points for him.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Knocks it loose. Porter with the steal.
Hey, you know what else is in their team?
For 3, Murray. Rebounded by Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Right side Holiday. Pass to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum, that's for 2. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. Tatum's got 5 points now this quarter.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
And the basket by Gordon. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
The kick out to Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Driving in. Left side, Brown. Another shot. Just 5 to shoot. Holiday. The 3 from Tatum. And Brown pulls it down. Denver in the lead. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. 4th team foul. Substitution on the court.
Boston on D. And here's Jokic outside. Drills it from outside. Jokic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets. Brown outside. Nifty move. Pass to Hauser. In the corner, Horford with it. It's deflected. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Saric.
No!
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Lock at 6. Here's Brown. Drops it in from 14 feet away. 12 points for Jaylen Brown.
Sweet little mid-range from Jaylen Brown. That three-level scoring coming into play.
Astanaji. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And finished off by Brown.
How about a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
Outside Westbrook. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Nuggets lead by 4.
51.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Here's Murray. Out to the right wing. Brown. Good on the triple. Brown's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Nuggets. Pass to Tatum. Good work there as it goes. Tatum's got 19 points.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. The Celtics making a switch here.
Coming onto the floor for the Celtics, number 55.
Pass to Brown. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Celtics trailed by 8. Here's Tatum. And he uses the glass on the layup. Tatum's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, off the dribble, Jason Tatum continues to perfect multiple options in his arsenal.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And the Nuggets making a change here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. During that last break, I got a chance to hear what Michael Malone said to his team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet, are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. The Nuggets with another miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
This guy is such a gifted offensive player. Jason Tatum, tough to handle off the dribble drive.
No good from Jordan.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a small...
Let's get... Oh my god, it's like that's like well, I lost my virginity all over again. Rain, come again. Amir, you're not screaming? There's 2 games. Something called doubleheader. Oh my god, let's not talk Central Time.
Defender.
Oh
and let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets. And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man. Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Here's Tatum. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. There's the drive. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Left side, Jordan. To the paint.
And Jordan doesn't look to score often, but when he does, he goes up strong and attracts the defense. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams, Doris, with their 5-out sets, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
There's the lob to the hoop, and they get it back. That can't get it to go. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Westbrook demands the basketball and says, I got you, fellas. The big-time delivery.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Denver making a switch here. Celtics trail by 3. Outside, White. And stolen by Murray.
Brandon said we both suck.
And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Knocked away. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Boston again missing.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Murray left side. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. Right, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Yeah, Coleman, like, why you let those
Here's Murray. Tries a 3 off the inbound. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And it's White missing. Denver leading by 8. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Murray. 5 on the clock. Here he goes. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Tatum's shot is off.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Jokic has got the lead up to 13 now for Denver.
Right?
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nuggets.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jamal Murray.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker. Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
DeAndre Jordan will happen. This is DeAndre Jordan effect.
Here's Pickett. Three-pointer. It's good from long range.
Bang.
And the Nuggets lead by 20.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Say, don't pick the Nuggets.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this one.
You went for fall asleep? No, I'm here. DeAndre Jordan, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks. Oh, we know that. Nikola Jokic was second in scoring on the team. Not bad. All right, Wishba. Choose your poison. A whisper? A whisper? What? Take the team. Stop looking at. Yeah, last game. My team should. I'm gonna play as the Warriors one. Alex, get a magic yarmulke. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Right. Lakers, Warriors.
On the road and hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival, the Golden State Warriors are ready for this thing to get started. We got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Low block shot. That misses off the back. Brent, when I think of those title teams of the Golden State Warriors, clearly you think of the Currys and Thompson, and maybe at the top of that list, the importance of Draymond Green.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, that the lean on for Golden State defensively and to be as good as they were on that end of the floor falls on the shoulders and the very capable ones of Draymond Green. I mean, he took on all challengers and elevated the confidence of players like Steph and Clay. So Draymond's defense, elite and leading to titles.
Curry shot is off. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Here's LeBron. Rebound by Butler. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Curry outside. And the three ball is good.
Call me outside. Call me outside.
The range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Here's James. And LeBron throws it down.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Yep, it counts.
And that's Curry showing some of that toughness. Not going to shy away from contact.
And boy, I tell you what, you want to talk about a long bomb. Good luck catching that thing cleanly.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Pass to Pajemski. Curry with it. He's picked up by James. With so many years in the NBA, you would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. You get to this age, and you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can.
Now here's LeBron. And there's the drive. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Here's Podziemski. His three-pointers off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Nice shot by James.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I briefly spoke with the Lakers head coach. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler. And he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
Thank you, David. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
That's his first personal foul.
Yeah. I like your working with him.
And here is Doncic.
Number 17.
The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. Curry on the wing. He has 6. The tray. LeBron grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's LeBron. And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And stolen by Butler. 3-on-3. Pass to Moody. Outside for Curry. Outside Butler. Some nice passing by Golden State. It's stolen. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
LeBron James in full speed right there. What size and skill coming down the lane.
It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, is probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And so it's Golden State with it, trailing by 4. Back to Green. Pass to Podziemski. Now here's Moody. Now Podziemski. 5 on the clock. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
And here's Los Angeles. LeBron outside. Driving inside. The Lakers rebound. Pass to connect. Over Moody. That's short off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, healed right there on the yield, waiting for someone to get open.
Knocks it loose. Moody with it. Connect picks him up. Fast break. The Lakers for the finish. And Connect slams it in.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Unloads from 9, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Warriors trail by 4. Doncic with the steal from deep three-point land. And Moody pulls it down.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Lakers shooting their first free throw this game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Substitution on court.
A floater. And the shot goes in.
Man, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Here's Curry with the 3. That shot is off. And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers on top as they end the first quarter.
16, the Warriors. 10.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Lakers.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Pass to post. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Here's Reeves, and he dunks it down.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Sorry, Amir, I like Diddy for
outside, Kuminga. 5 to shoot. Curry making it look so easy.
I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
Lakers leading by 5. Here's Reeves. Yep, that one goes. Reeves has got 6 in the quarter. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
I didn't even know Diddy sung that song. Yeah, it's about Biggie Smalls.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. 7-point differential. Right now it's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A.
Great pass from Rui there. You can see he likes setting up his teammates.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Pass to Vincent. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Finney Smith with it. Now Green defending. LeBron gathering speed. And finished off by LeBron.
I'm just trying to think of how many times LeBron looks like he's off balance or in a spot he doesn't want to be. Doesn't happen all that often. 2 more there.
Reeves, that's a 2-pointer. And again, it's the Lakers.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding, rising up off the ground.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
Back to Podziemski for the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Podziemski's got 5.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Doncic outside. That's a good one. Doncic outside. Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Back to Butler. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
The rebound by Hield. Warriors trail by 11. Podziemski with it. Now defended by Goodwin. And he drives in. Off on the layup. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's Podziemski. Hands it from downtown. Podziemski's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Here's James. And James throws it down hard.
Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Knocked away. Goodwin with the steal. It's stolen by Green. From outside the arc, Moody's shot is off. Good if it goes. No good that time. And we finished one half of basketball. Lakers lead by 10. And we'll be back with you right after this. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books.
You're the teacher. If that happened in real life, you know the teacher was going through it.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Now here's Doncic. Makes it off the glass. Doncic has got 6.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Here's Butler. No scoring in this one. Shot by Pajemski, no good. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46 and 36.
You can hear me,
last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
That's a 2 from Butler. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
That's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Here's Doncic. Here he goes.
And great court awareness there helps Luka find an opening, and he just explodes on the drive.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alteration. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Down by 15. Out to the wing. Three-pointer, Butler. Oh, Butler draining the 3.
I don't think there's a moment on the floor that Jimmy Butler does not feel the utmost confidence.
LeBron with it. He's got 12. Back to Reeves. Pass to LeBron. The second chance effort. James absorbing hits on the drive.
And another great performance here from LeBron on the offensive end. Man, that is the norm.
Healed outside. Back to Curry. Healed outside. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Here's Hayes. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. They get Stephen Curry.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
It's Curry outside. Reeves with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 14. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Curry can't get it to go. And here is Los Angeles now. 17-point lead, their biggest. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 53s a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference.
Is that funny? What's that funny in the game?
Warriors trailed by 16. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's the 3. Vanderbilt with the rebound. The Lakers on offense. They led the game at one point by 20.
And what you love about Bronny James is his defense-first mindset. Whether he's at the point of attack or playing off the ball, he's a disruptor.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Outside Curry. Curry so deadly from the corner.
A three-point specialist can't let Curry get any space to fire from the corner. That's a recipe for disaster.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
It's 3 o'clock night already. You think the world would be
Los
a worse
Angeles
place
leading by 14. LeBron outside. He takes it in, and LeBron throws it down.
Forget about stopping LeBron when he's on the dribble coming at you with that kind of momentum.
Curry with a wide open look. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 21 points for Stephen Curry. James in the high post. A minute 42 left in the third.
Oh,
misses the layup.
Curry's owning LeBron.
Warriors trailed by 14. Right side Green. And stolen by James. Now James. And the layup falls. And the Lakers lead by 16. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, Bronny has the range. Really makes it look effortless at times.
Butler from outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Butler's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Warriors. James with it. Now Green defending. And that one's good. James.
Capitalizing from the interior. Shots like this really help James's confidence.
Good on the bucket. Butler's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. He's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
He's going to do everything. He's going to. Yeah, all 5 of them. What are you
doing? We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Here's James, and the dunk by LeBron.
And the defense make it too easy for LeBron James. Can't let him get that close.
Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. The kick outside to Butler. Offline with his 3. James looking around. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes.
The Warriors, 47.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand.
So you kicking my ass,
Warriors trailed by 18. Curry outside. Sinks the 3-pointer. Curry's got 24 points.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Lets it go from deep. A rebound by the Lakers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Shot up 2 there.
And you are at the mercy of LeBron James. Once he gets that kind of positioning, nice finish.
And it's Stephen Curry with a 3. Curry's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for the Warriors. LeBron drives in. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Number 9.
Warriors trail by 18.
James.
Pass to Kuminga. Now
Sasha
Hill.
Baron Cohen.
Back to Curry. Here's Post. 3-on-3. James outside. And James throws it down.
And you see right there, Bronny James can attack the rim with force.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And the Warriors making a change here.
Substitution for the Warriors.
Goodbye, with I'm going to lose the time. I'm going to lose the finals.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
Golden State ball.
5 seconds already.
Here's Curry. And stolen by James.
Stephen Curry. First team foul.
Free throw drops for James.
Oh my God, you get the fucking...
Los Angeles leading by 21. And that's an intentional foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Second team foul.
Here's James. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact. And he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, nice body control there from James to get that shot off while taking the contact.
At the line for Los Angeles.
And James drills them both. And here is Curry.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right?
Oh.
Here's James. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And you're starting to see James put it all together right now. He's looking to score every time down the floor.
Now here's Curry. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Lakers ball.
Here's Milton. Outside, James. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Out left to the wing. Left side, Kuminga. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And James throws it down.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Curry. LeBron with it. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 17-3 run right now. Here's James. The rebound by Post. Kept alive. Pajemski on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in this ballgame. 2 minutes.
Fires from way outside. That shot no good. Outside, James. Lets it go with a three. James with another miss. Now Kuminga. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across the board in time. So both teams changing it up here. Timeout called the Lakers. They're leading by 29. All right, Brent, quickly. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga.
Physicality, Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. If he continues to put himself in the situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly, his game is going to continue to grow.
James. And James throws it down.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron.
I like his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
.107 left in the fourth quarter. James has a two-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
The Lakers on offense. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Goes up on the wing. Podziemski grabs the board. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Calzier. Oh, I gotta call ice.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the dunk by James.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Again, James missing.
What a fake fucking game.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting.